Dr. Sanjay Srivastava, Dr. Arvind Sinha, Dr. Sanjay Sethi, Dr. Shalini Trivedi, ladies and gentlemen, and dear students, good morning. I'm delighted to be here with you this forenoon and to interact on a subject which is of perpetual interest to all human beings, change. And how do we adapt to it? How do we bring about the change? And how do we master the change? As a matter of fact, to use a cliche, change is the only constant thing in human life. It raises questions of fundamental nature. It raises issues of profound connotations. It also brings up at a superficial level some mundane matters. So the question is, at which particular dimension are you discussing an issue? I think it would be relevant to tell you a little anecdotal detail. I used to work in this part of the state about 35 years back. Noida, Greater Noida, was virtually a synonym of backwardness. It was the most backward part of the district I used to be the collector of, Bulandshahr. And I recall that sometimes one would come here on tours, and what one would see would be vast swaths of wasteland, either inundated by the Yamuna waters for long spells of time in a year, or alkaline land which was not even being cultivated, poor people living in hamlets, backwardness in all its contours would stare you in the face. And today you see what Noida is. And tomorrow, of say 15 years down the line, you would, if you come back here, you would again see what a changed place this would be. So this is at a micro level. You look at the changes which are taking place all over the world. Be it globalization, be it the spread of information technology, be it the interdependence of nations on economic, political, socio-cultural fronts, everywhere there is a change. Yet there are certain things which remain primordial. As a matter of fact, at a philosophical level, the dilemma, the struggle of human beings is to strike the balance between what is elementary and what is futuristic. So that balance is to be struck. But I won't go into that aspect of the subject. I would confine myself to the subject of the day, on which there would, I suppose, will be purposeful interaction as to what case studies mean to a student of management. There's a saying in Uttar Pradesh कि यदि चावल का गलना देखना है तो हंडिया के पूरे चावलों को देखने की जरूरत नहीं है, एक दाना निकाल लो. तो case study is something like that. Now naturally, when you look at a sample, small or big, you first of all develop your analytical skills. You look at an issue. Now the context can change, the situations can change, the implications also can change from time to time, but a case study would tell you as to how a particular situation was handled, what were the minus points, what could have been the plus points, and what is the analytical kind of conclusion that you reach, how to handle such situations in the future. So this is a good tool of learning, but it's not the only thing that matters, because a case study inherent in itself also has a limitation. So the trick lies in how to extrapolate that knowledge, that situation to a larger canvas. So that is a practice which you learn as you go along in life, and some of it is your inherent intelligence, but most of it is the application of that intelligence and the hard work that you put to it. I was quite surprised to hear from Dr. Sanjay Srivastava that not many students would like to come back as teachers, because I do believe that teaching is an extremely rewarding profession. First of all, the constant bonus is that you always interact with young minds. So that's a source of great energy to you. And you always are on your feet, you always are agile and strong, because you interact with those who basically are energetic, are tenacious, are idealistic, are positive. So it's a great thing to be a teacher. And it's a great thing to be a good student too. I'm very happy to note that and to also learn from the little chat that we had before we came here as to how these students here are shaping up, and how opportunities are being offered to the students, and how they're grabbing them, how they're developing as human beings. You know, it's very important. You may be a management student today. Tomorrow you could be a manager or a senior manager or a top executive or whatever in your respective fields. But the important question always is that you first of all are a human being. You first of all are a part of a larger society, and there are certain societal aspirations, there are certain societal goals to which you must contribute as a part of that society. A mention was made of the great contrast that India has. On the one side of the spectrum, there is a fantastic opportunity to be a world leader. At the other end of the pendulum, there is a situation of abject poverty, of abysmal deprivation. Is this all right? Now that again raises questions of a profound nature. How do we manage a country of such great diversities, of great pluralities, of contradictions, of paradoxes? So it's all management at different planes. Whether you manage your own affairs, whether you manage your thoughts in a particular day, whether you organize your work in a particular day, or lay down a schedule of calendar for certain activities that you wish to undertake. It's all management. But all management, all activities must be guided by a basic objective, a larger objective. It could be in the context of a corporation, a corporate objective, in the context of an academic institution, an academic objective, or it could be a political objective, an economics target, things of that kind. It keeps changing from one scenario to another, from one situation to another. But the basic truth always lies that a group of people have to organize their affairs in such a fashion that the coordinated goal, the larger, the macro goal is achieved. Be it a country, be it the whole world, or be it at a later stage, maybe the cosmos. When planetary, interplanetary contact also takes place, it's not beyond the ken of possibility. It might take place 50 years, 100 years down the line. We are talking of changes. Now, as managers, you will be seeing, or as budding managers, you will be seeing the role of technology. How powerful technology has become. So therein again lies a great challenge, a great opportunity. The opportunity is that technology is a fantastic tool to facilitate spread of knowledge, to give you capacity to analyze things more quickly, more comprehensively. But technology also means a challenge to you to be the master of the technology. Not to be a subject or a slave to the technology, but to use and adapt the technology for whatever you are doing. So I'm sure that this session of yours, when you take up case studies and when you analyze them, you will come up with productive solutions, and this creative interaction would give greater clarity and greater kind of prowess to you to move forward in your careers. I wish you good luck, and I am very grateful to Dr. Sanjay Srivastava and Shalini ji that I was given an opportunity to interact with you. I would have liked to be with you for a longer period of time, but then there are some issues which we have to tackle, and I have to rush back, so I'll apologize. But I must say it was a great pleasure to be here with you, and I would look forward to an opportunity later when one could come and speak to you at leisure and with more time at hand. Thank you very much.